people back there are jacked.
Yeah.
I also think there's some day drinking going on over there, so I think they were in extra good.
See, when you're not mayor, you can do stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live again with Riding with Jonathan. Today I am with Mayor Paul Ten Haken, Sioux Falls Mayor.
Yes, sir.
First time in a Volkswagen bus?
First time in a Volkswagen bus, although we have been a Volkswagen family for a lot of years. Daughter drives a Volkswagen.
Okay.
Tiguan, so big fan of the V-dubs.
A little bit more modern than this one.
This thing, not a lot to it. You got the AM radio, and that's about it.
Well, I got the climate control. This is cold.
Yeah.
That's warm.
This is like what Moses drove up on the mount to go get the Ten Commandments.
I think so. I was in the Ark, and at least it was a little bit more advanced than this. So, so yeah. So we're just going to drive around. We're going to talk a little bit. You and I know each other from auctions, from events. Yeah. We do a lot of events at the same time. You're usually there, and I'm usually there doing my thing, and that's kind of how we knew. In fact, my kids all know you, and my youngest, Everett, 7, he goes, "Are you doing a Riding with Jonathan today?" I said, "I am." He goes, "With who?" And I said, "Well, Paul Ten Haken." I said, "The mayor." "Ooh, you better dress up nice," he says. "It's for the mayor."
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
I love when people say that, because I don't really dress up a lot. I don't look sloppy, but
yeah, I'm
a kind of a casual mayor. So when people come to my office and like, "Oh, I dressed up to see you," I'm like, "Well, good, because I didn't, because your viewers can't see this, but I got on the usual Paul dress code, which is Jordans, jeans, and a polo." So,
but you're in I'm glad you didn't really dress up, because in here it's going to get hot. But yeah, in cartoons and in a lot of movies, they always have the mayor dressed up in like a tuxedo and like a top hat and maybe a monocle.
Yeah, and they're usually evil. They usually hate the mayor in the cartoon. So
yeah, so that's good that we're not like that. Yeah. All right, so let's talk philanthropy.
Yeah.
When you're looking for an organization to be a part of, what are you looking for?
Well, I love we're starting with that, because that's where I do know you. Is I go to a lot of charity auctions in Sioux Falls as part of my job, and you're there as an auctioneer a lot. Which, by the way, you always do such a great job at those events. I'll tell you what I look for in philanthropy, because I know almost all of our nonprofits in Sioux Falls, and I work with them all, and I see how they're run. And the first thing I like to look at when I look at a nonprofit here in our community, one to support, is one that's not duplicating an existing service. One that's doing something that no one else is doing. Because I think that's really important. I think we have a lot of nonprofits in Sioux Falls, and I'm always like, what gap are you filling? Secondly, I always like to kind of dig into their finances a little bit and say, "Hey, are you squeezing every ounce of blood out of this turnout?" But then third, my wife and I, we are really partial towards anything that has to do with helping kids that are just less fortunate, right? And kids that just don't have the same fair shake as us. So we're big with a few ministries that help kids that are either in the foster system, or we sponsor a bunch of kids overseas and other organizations in Haiti and so forth. So those are a few criteria that we like to look at. Okay. And you continue. You were doing that before you were mayor. Yeah. You continued it while you were mayor. Yeah. In fact, I would say some of those experiences of my experiences in Haiti kind of were formative in getting me to run for mayor. Really, in getting me to want to serve and serve people in a different way. If people complain to me about something, be it our roads or our swimming pool or sales tax or whatnot, not that it's not a problem. Yeah. I sometimes have to reflect on my experiences in Haiti and remind people, it's like, listen, what we're talking about, this is seriously a first world problem. And you need to come with me to Haiti sometime. And this is really a great city. Let's just step back, talk about, is this really a problem right now? And let's just simmer down, because it's a great city, it's a great community. If I had a chance to take everybody with me to an overseas service trip, I would, because it's really great for your perspective just to appreciate what you have.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and I was just talking to another gentleman that I work with, Corey Van Sickle from the Fireflies, you know, and we were talking about an event that we do together about helping these kids out in Rapid, and it's just crazy. Like, if you just step back, like you said, and just think about some of this stuff, we have it pretty good.
Listen, man,
I mean,
my first trip to Haiti, Jonathan, I was up in the mountains, and we were just kind of visiting some huts and things up in the mountains, and a lady came out of a hut, and she was really defeated looking, and she had a baby with a pot belly because the baby was malnourished, and she started speaking to me in Creole, and she was trying to give me her baby to take home with me because her baby was dying from hunger, from starvation.
wow.
And she was crying because she wanted me to take her baby because she knew her baby was going to die from starvation.
Yeah.
And I have that moment and that picture in great community. That, do we have challenges? Yes. Do we have people coming up to me saying, take my baby because it's starving to death? No.
No.
So it's different challenges, but still challenges.
All right, my battery just died. My camera just died. The new GoPros I'm not impressed with. But all right, so you've seen it. Everybody should kind of take that for what it is. I mean, we really should be looking at the bigger picture for Sioux Falls, things like that. What was one of the best things about being mayor that, like, you didn't do before you were mayor, but then once you were mayor, it kind of opened your eyes to it?
Oh, one of the best things, you know, I got access to a lot of cool experiences that I will so forever be grateful for. And this isn't an exact answer to your question, but you know, I've got to know John Daly pretty well, and I got to play golf with him a few times.
Okay.
So I've got to do things like that, which are like, if I was not the mayor, I would never get to play golf with John Daly.
I've never played with him.
You know, and so, you know, things like that, and meeting people at the Premier Center and for King of Country, and they, you know, got to meet my kids, and now I'm friends with Luke Smallbone now from the band, and so stuff like that has been really special. But honestly, when people ask me what the best part about this job has been, it's when I get to go into schools and get to talk with kids and get to be around kids. It's my favorite thing to do, man. And I think in an alter ego or a different life, I was a teacher, because I love being around kids and I love serving kids.
And you push that mentorship in Sioux Falls. You're huge with that, proponent for that more people should get out and do it. And it probably is even more rewarding and uplifting, I would say, for you than even probably the child in a situation like that. Would you agree that it's
1,000%.
kind of one of those things that you're going to get benefit just as much or more?
Yeah, I have yet to meet anyone who's a mentor and who has said, or as a mentee, and said, God, that was a waste of an hour where I just spent with that kid.
Yeah.
Really wish I could have had that back and went out to lunch instead. And so it's selfishly, I mentor for myself. Now, hopefully the kid is getting something out of it as well, but I know it's making me a better father, a better husband, a better mayor, a better Christian, all the things that are important in my life.
Because again, I think it just makes you step back and realize what you have. Now, obviously, you're mayor, and people will be like, "Well, yeah, he's mayor. That's awesome." But no, just anybody. I mean, we can look back and see how blessed we are of what we have. And when I'm doing these auctions, you know, I'm trying to raise money for this, you know, and I'm like St. Francis House. Our biggest problem at night is who's going to get up and adjust the thermostat.
Yeah.
You know, who's going to walk down there and make it a little bit cooler or make it a little bit warmer. That's not really a problem, you know, and we have people dealing with so much more.
Totally.
And I think
one of the kids I mentor, I went to his band concert because he told me he's having this concert. I'm like, oh, when is it? I'm like, I'm going to go. And it was 4th grade orchestra, 5th grade orchestra, 5th grade band. There's 3 adults there outside of the teachers. There was me and 2 other mentors.
Oh, wow.
And because it was 9 in the morning, and not like the parents didn't want to be there, but lot of shift workers at this school. It's a title school, and so, like, think of the impact that could have if all those kids in that band had a mentor, and it was full of parents and adults that could show up for these kids. It broke my heart that there weren't more parents there to hear the work that these kids have put in for their spring concert, but that's why the work's never done. You just got to keep showing up for these kids.
Yeah, I don't know where to go. Oh, this is crazy construction. Good thing I have you here to navigate me through all this.
Yeah,
stuff.
this town's full of construction, man. So
nobody likes construction, but everybody likes smoother roads.
They like when it's done. They hate when you're doing it. So.
Okay. What else was I gonna say? I think you told me the band story before, but it's amazing. Like, you have kids, and I'm sure you do a ton for your kids, and I do as well. I keep reminding my kids, like, every night it seems like I'm doing something for you guys, but there still would be time to mentor. There still would be time to help somebody out that's less fortunate, and just be that person for them. We help out. We're commanders at our church for Awana on Wednesday night. So we have 200 kids.
It's a great program
that come in, and that keeps us pretty busy with that. But again, just being there every week for these kids, it's kind of the same concept, that they have somebody there that's there every week that they get used to, that they can rely on, and put some stability into their life.
It's part of the reason why I mentor too. Is I need to walk the talk. So if I'm encouraging this community to do it, but say, well, that's for you. I'm busy. I'm the mayor. I don't have time to do it, but I need this community to do it. Well, if I can find time to do it, you all can find time to do it. And I need to model the way for my kids, what I expect of them. I expect them to give back to their community just like their old man is giving back to his community. So they're always watching.
They are, and I think I was kind of confused about what being an adult was, and I don't think it's as much fun as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But it turns out that you should spend most of your adult life training your kids how to be a good example for their kids, for like the next generation.
Well, you know, the best thing someone can say to you is when they come up to you and say, "God, you got nice kids. God, your kid is a nice young man and so well behaved, so polite." And it's like, man, can there be a nicer, sweeter sound in a parent's ear?
Yeah.
And by the way, what a lot of looks you get in this.
I know, this is like,
people are pointing and looking, and
I know. So you gotta honk and you just gotta wave at any time. Like, people are like, "Whoa, it's a Volkswagen!"
And they see the mayor's in here.
I know. Then they're like, "Oh, I wonder if he's being
on?"
abducted." And I've addressed the kidnapping problem in other videos. Another lady wanted to hand out candy. But hold on. This
Not
is,
being abducted.
But
yeah, starting on the hill's never fun. And
this is,
isn't it?
Oh, the clutch is terrible. But I said a Volkswagen bus is not the best kidnapping van, because the windows, and everybody remembers seeing a Volkswagen bus.
Yeah, I guess I haven't thought about it a lot, but I would kidnap in a different car than this.
Yeah, I was with a gal in Bismarck, and she brought that up. Like, we should hand out candy to kids, and and it's funny how many people say that, and then I have to be like, I think there's something with that is kind of frowned upon.
Yeah, that's not good.
So we're not handing out candy. We're not luring people into the bus or anything like that. But
well, I had a creepy mustache until last night too. I shaved it off.
Did you really?
I'm experimenting with my retirement facial hair now, so I'm done with my job in 49 days from today. So
49 days. Yeah. I did the mustache once, just at Christmas time, and then my younger brother did it, and he kept it, and it was, I guess, getting used to it, but he really looks like my dad now. But the mustache is something, like, I think it takes time.
Yeah, it's an earned status, and I gave it about 10 days, and then my wife said to me, she just said, "What are we doing here?" Came out of the shower, said, "What are we doing here?" And I was like, all right, that's code word for, you better shave that thing off now. So
wives are very intuitive when it comes to things like that. They're quick to tell you when it's not going to happen, but they never would say that to, like, Tom Selleck.
No, that's it was
I mean,
a calling card.
have you ever heard of a woman say to Tom Selleck,
What are we doing here?
Yeah, what are we doing here? You should shave that off. Like, nobody says that to him or Sam Elliott, but
I said to my wife, like, you get to do all this fun stuff with your hair, all this. Like, we don't have a lot of options. We get to fart around with facial hair. That's about it. So,
and then you have, what did your kids think?
They hated it. It was Hulk Hogan looking, it's kind of Fu Manchu, and I just watched the Hulk Hogan documentary, so I was inspired by that, but she gone now, so.
Oh, yeah. Well, it can come back.
It can come back.
I mean, when I always have that.
My post-mayor life, I'm going to bring it back.
You're going to bring it back and then be like, here you go, kids. I have an uncle that had a beard the whole time I ever knew him, and then one day he shaved it off, and then his daughter came upstairs, freaked out. Nobody recognized him. I mean, like, never seen him without it, and so you could be like that too, I guess. You could just go the other way, but
yeah, that's my old man. He had facial hair his whole life, and once in a while he'd get rid of it, and he just looked silly. So,
yeah, it's just weird how it just changes your look.
Yeah.
But all right, I don't know where I'm going. We're just kind of rambling around here. But what else? What are you looking forward to? Like, you got 49 days left. Are you voting?
Definitely voting. Depending on when this airs, elections will probably be done, and so. But yeah, obviously I'll vote. I'm getting a lot of people asking me who to vote for, and I'm staying out of that. So I know who I'm voting for, and I'm going to keep that to myself. But you know, one of the challenges with this year's election is there's so much to vote for. I mean, we got school board races and city council races, mayor's races, legislative races. We got charter amendments. We got gubernatorial races. So it's a big ballot. So if you're not doing your homework, you're going to show up to the ballot box with a lot of questions. So my advice to people has been to just download that sample ballot. You can go online and download a sample ballot to see what your ballot will look like and who you're going to be voting for, and then you can research candidates a little bit. Yeah, that's a nice. That's like Schwinn on the side of the road there, right?
That's pretty good. We could look for deals. We could go garage sailing.
Yeah. But no, I love that my name's not on the ballot. That's what I love. So I got to vote for all these other schmucks. Their signs are in the yard, and I just get to be out of it this year.
And you're done. You're like, I did it for 2 and
term limited.
Yep. And
that's what people don't realize. A lot of people are like, why aren't you rerunning? Why are you just sick of it? And it's like, no, I'm term limited. South Dakota, Sioux Falls is the only city in South Dakota where the mayor has term limits.
Why did they do it that way?
You know, same reason the president of the United States has term limits, I guess. Governor has term limits. It's just good. I believe in term limits. I think they're smart.
I think so too.
If I'm being candid, I think 8 years is a little light. I think 12 years. I think 3 terms would be better. In that 8 years may sound like a long time, but in government years, man, we move slow, and so it takes a while to get momentum and get kind of your administration rolling. So, not that I would have run again if I could do another term, but I think 3 terms would probably be about right.
Can you take a term off and rerun?
Can. Yeah.
So you just have to sit on the sidelines.
Yeah, unlike the president can only serve 8 years, but governor, mayor, you can only serve 2 consecutive 4-year terms. So you can take a term off and then come back.
But you got other fish to fry. You got other big things in the works, probably.
Well, I got other fish to fry, like taking a nap and growing a mustache. If that counts. But but no. Next chapter for me is going to be I'm going to do some consulting work and some leadership development work for organizations. And I want to be my own boss again. I was an entrepreneur before being the mayor and want to get back into entrepreneurship. I miss being an entrepreneur.
And you were kind of popular then. Like, I knew about you before then because you were kind of known as a nice guy. And you did well in that realm. You wrote a book.
Yeah.
And your book got me in trouble with my wife because you went and did a speaking thing where her and the kids were. And so you must have talked about your book, and then down the road, I'm like, oh, he's got a book. So I order it because that's what you do, right? You just go to Amazon and you send it in. Happened to be like 3 days before Father's Day, and she's like, are you kidding me? And so then she took the book from me, and then she rewrapped it and gave it to me for Father's Day. But I'd already started it. So, but it's kind of funny that I'm like, I didn't know, but
your wife has exquisite taste.
Oh, I know.
I've always thought that about her.
Yeah, she's just amazing that way.
In men and in books.
Yeah. Well, I was once told you only have to make one good decision in your life, and then after that, your life will be a lot easier. And
that's it.
Mine was marrying her.
I met your wife. She's a lovely lady.
She's very good that way. And she would tell me that if she didn't like my mustache.
Well, you know, having a good wife and a supportive wife in both of our work is important, because you're gone a lot of nights with your job. I'm gone a lot of nights with my job. And so if your spouse is not on board with your line of work, it can be not great. And so when I signed up to do this work, it was definitely a team decision between my wife and our 3 kids. But I think they're ready to get our life back and our schedule back a little bit.
Because yours is even more disruptive than mine. Mine, I do travel, and a lot of times I take my kids with me. They work events with me, or they're at the hotel living their best life in the pool. But you're getting pulled all over. But then more than that, she has to watch you get trashed. And that's going to probably be the hardest thing for your wife, is watching you take these hits, and she can't be there to really stand up for you.
Yeah, you know,
I mean,
you would think, Jonathan, that is hard on her. She finds it comical a little bit.
Okay.
So I wish she would get a little more fired up.
So you don't come home and she doesn't just rap you nose off and be like,
she laughs
baby.
and, you know. So my wife is the chillest lady you've ever met, but it does grind on her a little bit when people are hard on me, but it doesn't bother me a lot, so it doesn't bother her. So, but honestly, people assume that that's a big part of the job, that people are hard on you and mean to you, and they say nasty comments and all this. That's certainly part of it, but people are a lot more good than they are bad. I mean, there's a lot more nice people, positive remarks, community high fives than there are negative people. And so it's a great community from that standpoint.
We are very fortunate. And you just had a post about the bike trail. I still call it the bike trail because I lived here my whole life when it was a bike trail. The recreational trail, the new spur that they put in up by Lee Park. Amazing. Like, we are so spoiled. And if I was really being selfish, I'd be like, just make it longer. Connect communities. I mean, but it is beautiful. Like, the Greenway trail system that we have is amazing.
It is, and I rode it last weekend. I rode every spur, so didn't have to stop for a stoplight or anything, and I ended up at 42 miles. So you can do 42 miles on a bike trail without repeating anything and hitting all the spurs, and that's pretty incredible. So the final stretch is connecting that last spur by Great Bear over to Veterans Parkway. Once you get to Veterans Parkway, we have another 6-8 miles all down Veterans Parkway. And so our recreation trail system is one of our best park assets for sure.
For sure. I mean, it's year round.
But can I tell you something though?
Yeah.
That spur that we're talking about, it goes from Lean Park out to Great Bear. It only was done because of philanthropists. The Ashby family and the Bruin family both gave money to get that done. And that's kind of the Sioux Falls story, is we just have so many donors and philanthropists that step up to make things happen like that. And I've been really blessed during my tenure as mayor to have people like the Bruins and people like Denny and people like Gary Jacobson and the Kirby family. There's so many others that just give a lot of their treasure to this community to make it better. So that's another good example of, but for those two families, we wouldn't have that great new section of the bike trail.
And to push that even further, like, that's not even the sexiest way to give money. Like, that spur, like, that's not where you're going to get the most exposure from people. Totally. Like, if you were like, how can I do this for me? you know, you would put your name on a bill, you know,
Right.
but like to put it on a spur out there, like that,
Yeah.
a handful of people compared to the city-wise
Yeah.
are going to enjoy it. But the people that are on it, they're like, wow, this is amazing.
That's an example of people that they just want to do the right thing for the community. It's not about credit. It's not about recognition. And we got a lot of those people. And there's actually a lot of people I know in this community who who do that, who do things that the community will never even know about, that have given a lot of their time and talent, that it's just been anonymous. And so that's cool.
No, that is great, and we got to keep that up. I don't know. I'm gonna turn back right. We're just kind of going around to see these people, and then
Those people back there are jacked.
Yeah.
I also think there's some day drinking going on over there, so I think they were in extra good
see, when you're not
spirits.
mayor, you can do stuff like that.
Yeah,
I have too much going on. I sat in front of my house the other night. It was 9:30, and I got off the mower, and I'm like, all right, and then it's time to put the kids to bed. So I kind of envy people that can sit out and watch traffic.
Yeah,
You know, like
at 2:30 in the afternoon.
yeah,
with
it's like
a cold Schlitz and in your hand. Yeah,
and then just wave at guys driving around in Volkswagen buses.
we won't tell the listeners and viewers what street they were on, but
No,
we're at 12th and Western.
12th and Western. Party's still going. Okay, hold on. We got a little clutch chatter.
I tell you what, this stick is awesome. I love driving sticks, and this is a true straight stick, man.
This is one of those things where first gear is up here somewhere. Second gear, you got a lot of room. You got a couple inches.
Find
left
them,
to
grind
run,
them.
and then you just it's just really weird. And I do love driving a manual.
So do I.
But
Actually, I saw a car driver article or something the other day, and they listed the cars that you can still get new today that are sticks, and there's like 5 left. It's like a Jeep Wrangler and a Toyota Tacoma, and there's just a handful left.
my truck, my Dodge, is still lower level 2004, but it's a manual.
Is it?
And I love it.
I think they're gonna make like flip phones and stuff. Like they're gonna make a comeback.
I
Give
think
them
so.
a few years, they're gonna come
I
back.
hope so. If I didn't need maps for navigation, since I have no sense of direction, if I didn't need my maps when I travel, I would go back to the flip phone because it sucks my time, and I really just have to get off of X. And just when things are happening, then I get on X. But speaking of X and Twitter, remember when you were running for mayor and there was a Twitter thing and it was like Batman? Remember what that was?
Yeah.
I vaguely remember that, but what happened to that guy? What was that?
Yeah. Good.
Do you know what that was?
Yes. God, I haven't thought about that in like 8 years. It was a guy that was like pretending to be the mayor, but as Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never found out who that was. Was that you?
Oh, gosh, I wish. That would have been awesome, because if it was me, or if this person was listening or is around, he should do it for other candidates, because I think that really helped.
That's right. I forgot about it. It's also an Instagram handle right now. It's like Mayor Six Flakin.
Really?
Yeah, he's knocking me off too with that,
But this guy was for you.
he was for me.
This Batman guy was for you, and I followed him.
I can't believe you remember that. I totally forgot that. That's funny.
Yeah, no, that was like,
Yeah.
I secretly was hoping it was you, because I'm like,
No,
that's so clever.
Yeah.
Because people accused it of being you.
I'm not that big of a narcissist, you know.
I know, but you could do it as Batman, because then it's like Bruce Wayne isn't either. But yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I don't, Twitter was a lot, I used Twitter a lot more in the early days of my campaign. Twitter's kind of become it's full of bots, man. It's not a great place to hang out anymore. Facebook has increasingly gotten there as well for me. So I'm kind of actually looking forward to a little social media detox when I'm done with the job. It's been a great vehicle to communicate with constituents, so I've appreciated it from that standpoint. But a lot of anger that people project online
It's crazy what people will put out there
under their real name.
But just, there's a lot of things I don't agree with, and there's a lot of things I do agree with, but I don't want that to ruin my day. Like, I got to remember, like, okay, this, I can only do so much.
Yeah.
And then I got to let it go. But there's some people that it ruins their life. I mean, really, I mean, it's really becoming an issue for them. And so, yeah, but
those are some mental, I mean, there's some mental health issues that are tied into that as well. And,
I think mental health has become a way bigger issue, and it's probably because of the phone.
1000%. You know, and it's kind of been a big topic that I've spent time with in my administration, with why I've been passionate about the link and starting the 437 project, running across the state, stuff like that. So,
all right, we got a segment in here that we do rapid questions, and I usually forget, and I don't know how much time I have with you before they haul you in, but so I'm going to ask you questions. There's no wrong answers. And I call it rapid questions, but sometimes people take forever to answer them.
I can do
so
rapid.
It's just whatever. You can just do whatever.
I can do very rapid.
Or you can do slow. We don't care. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Is your bed made right now?
No.
What was the best decision of your career?
Starting my own business.
Okay. What is your coffee order?
I don't drink coffee.
Perfect.
I drink this. I drink Monster Energy.
Oh, that's good for you. That's supposed to be really healthy.
This is like water. It's pretty much water.
Pretty much water. What is your Starbucks name? I know you don't drink coffee, but if you have to go somewhere, even Culver's ask you a name. Do you have another name?
Pablito.
Pablito?
Pablito.
Okay. That's good. Favorite movie?
Hoosiers.
Hoosiers. Okay. What would be your karaoke song if this was that karaoke?
Humpty
purple?
Dance.
The Humpty Dance. Favorite CD in high school?
Soul Asylum.
All right. What was your first job?
Hy-Vee. Checker.
Yes, perfect. So was I. Morning person or night owl?
Morning, all day. I get up at 4:20 every day.
Really? I went to bed last night at 1.
I went to bed at 9.
Wow. No, we're opposites there. Some of my best ideas come at night, but I never have woken up. I do like when I get up. Now, I feel good, kind of, and night never comes soon enough, but there's sometimes I used to get up at like 5, 6, ride my bike, and I love that, but it's just getting up to do that.
I work out every single morning, 5 miles this morning. If I don't get out early and work out, I don't do it, so.
Did you still do the ice bath?
Did it this morning, yep. Every time I run or bike, 4 minutes at 40 degrees.
We thought of you, this is weird, but we were camping in Duluth last 2 weekends ago, and it was like 40 degrees out, and we put our feet in Lake Superior, and my wife's like, my foot instantly cramped up, and I'm like, Paul Ten Haken does this every morning.
What was the temperature?
I have no idea. It was cold. I mean, it was.
It's not fun. It's not like it's like, I can't wait to get in this ice bath. It sucks to do, but it really helps my inflammation and old man body. So.
Okay. Favorite type of work bag or purse?
What kind of stupid question is this?
I asked Tom Henderson that too, and he goes, "You just read it off the card. You didn't even change it to me."
Work bag or purse?
Well, I carry a briefcase.
I have a leather laptop bag that I got at a store that isn't open anymore, but it was next to MB Haskett. It was a men's clothing store. I forget the name of it. It has served me so well. It's awesome. It's all leathery and worn now. So. Yeah.
But see that you get good stories like that though.
Yeah, and I get a lot of compliments on it, and I shop local, and I bought it locally, so.
There you go. What's your favorite meal?
I love sushi, man. Give me some sushi from Oshima downtown, and I'll be a happy guy.
Yes, I think that is the correct answer. I said there's not any right answers, but that was it.
That is the right answer.
What's your most irrational fear?
City council meetings.
Oh, that's not irrational.
You know,
that's a real thing. I've been there.
Irrational fear?
Yeah, like that would never give you an thing. A guy was afraid he was going to wake up in space. Like that's not a city council meeting.
You know, I think everybody has this, and it's not rational. But sometimes when you're flying and you're like, 20,000 feet over the earth, and you're like, I'm in a multi-ton metal tube right now over top of the earth. Like this is not supposed to work right now, and we're gonna crash and die.
Yeah. No, I think that's okay. Yeah. What's in your trunk right now?
Golf clubs, some of my kids' books that I wrote, a stocking hat, and probably a 6-pack of Diet Dew.
All right. And what is your favorite month?
Well, it's probably birthday month. That's what everybody says.
That's
right?
what everybody says, yeah. But you can be different.
But it's not though, because my birthday's in November, and November's cold, and I hate it. So I would say, give me the heat of July, summer.
All right. What is one thing you wish you enjoyed more?
City council meetings. Can I say that again?
Yeah. If you've never been to a city council meeting, I think everybody should go at least once, and then just be thankful that their job is not reliant on city council meetings.
I'm half kidding. People are gonna be like, God, this guy really hates his job. It's like it's one part of my job, but sometimes they're rough. Yeah.
And if it was the only thing you had to do, if you didn't have to do a bunch of other stuff all day, and that comes at the end of your day, nobody wants that at the end of their work day.
Well, picture, Jonathan, if you had a part of your job where people got to show up and tell you how bad you are at your job, and you can't talk to them at all, but they just get to say, Jonathan, you're one of the worst auctioneers ever.
Yeah.
And here's why. I've seen a lot of auctioneers, your cadence is bad, you dress stupid, anybody can do this job better than you, and you have to say thank you at the end of their 3 minutes of telling you that.
And he's being honest with you right there. He was like, how can I work this in and make it seem like it's a hypothetical? No, you're right. I went, and there were things that I didn't agree with. And I do go to those, and I'm like, I don't agree with that. But then you gotta look back at the bigger picture and be like, okay, it's not just me living here. It's just not about me.
Yeah.
And it's not worth it to make other people feel bad.
Life's short.
And what shoe do you put on first?
That's a great question. I think I always put my right shoe on first. Yeah, I never thought about that. Right. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
But never trust a left-handed person. They're not right.
They're not right. I always put my left shoe on first, and I made a conscious decision of it when I was probably 15 years old that I noticed that I did it more. So now, except when I'm trying on shoes, if the salesman gives me a right shoe, like I'll have to break it, but it's really hard and weird for me. But I don't want to be rude. I'm not like a rude guy.
Like, can I be this guy? Can I get you to go way back to the back and give me the other shoe?
Yeah. Could you relace that one?
It's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
And now the rain is coming down on the V-dub.
Yeah. This is first time riding with Jonathan in the rain, and
my guess is these wipers don't work.
I don't know how to turn them on. Oh, yeah.
They do work.
Yeah. Oh,
wow.
Yeah, that's high.
And they actually even scrape it nice and clean too.
This might be intermittent, or that. Nope, that's off. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, huh?
Man.
Yeah, it doesn't get
sucker on eBay. You'll be a rich man.
Oh, no, I could never do it. I've had people offer me money, and I said, you don't have enough money, and then they surprise me.
They're like, okay,
and I'm like,
deal. Deal.
I better not.
Everything's for sale.
Everything's for sale, but yeah, my kids want this, and this has been good for me. So we're just downtown cruising. So you're gonna go in. You're out of the mayor in 49 days. Does it slow down? Like, are you like?
It is slowing
called
down.
Like a lame duck thing where people are like, well, it's like people like for this, like they're like, oh, you got the mayor, and they're like, too bad he's not going to be mayor much longer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I kind of wanted him as a person and not, as the mayor. Like, would I do this? It is
slowing down. It is slowing down because you're not useful to people anymore. Meaning, someone wants to put in a road or bring a business to town and they want to meet with you. Well, I'm only here for 49 days. I can't help you. And so I have a lot less transactional requests for meetings and things right now. So the cadence has slowed down. So I'm taking these last few weeks to meet with people that I want to thank, or I'm writing a lot of cards, a lot of notes to people. Just trying to go out on good terms with folks. Righting any wrongs, if there's cleaning up anything that I have to clean up, and so just using the analogy a lot, just trying to land the plane without crashing it. So
yeah,
we're approaching the runway right now. I guess is where we're at, and just got to put it down.
And you're not doing this just because of that. This isn't a sympathy thing. I tried to get you last year when you were really busy, and before, but I didn't. I would have done it after you were mayor as well? Because for me, the only one question I had was, have you ever used your panic button? We talked about that before, or just you did it accidentally? Because I have a scenario where some guy, his sole responsibility is responding to that panic button. And for 8 years under Mike, he never got it. And his kids would ask him every day when he came home from work, did you save the mayor? And he had to say no. Well, now it's been another 8 years with you. His kids are going to college and they call back and like, Dad, how's Dad doing? And his loving wife is like, well, he's hanging in there. He still goes to work every day, but you know, and he just kind of feels like a letdown.
Yeah, there's a panic button under the mayor's desk. You hit it, it calls 911, and the cops come running. I've used it once, and it was by accident, and the cops just showed up. And all of a sudden, two cops walking in my office. I'm like, hey, what's going on? They're like, you hit your button. I said, I did not. And they said, you must have hit it with your foot. So I know it works. But no, I got the panic button. The windows are all bulletproof in the mayor's office too.
See, again, I trust but verify.
Yeah, they're really.
You know, I mean, that's I'd be like, all right, shoot it.
You're kind of a sitting duck on the corner there, so
you are right there. Yeah. I mean, they wouldn't let me in. He goes, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "I'm picking up the mayor." And he just chuckled at me, like, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah, he sent me a message. He said, "Your car ride is here."
Yeah, you're Uber-ish guy.
Right.
So, but. Would you ever use the panic button, like, to get out of, like, if you had a meeting in there or something was like, you were just like, okay, I'm done with this. Like, could you ever just, then that would kind of disrupt things.
I could. I'd probably fake a heart attack or something first, but it'd probably be easier. But I used to. I haven't done this as mayor, but I had an app back in my private sector days. It was called, I think it was called Call Me Later.
Okay.
And you could program the app to call your phone and who you wanted it to show up as on your phone.
Really?
So if you're walking in a meeting and like, I want to get out of this meeting in 10 minutes, have Jonathan call me in 10 minutes, it would, all of a sudden my phone would ring, it would look like you were calling me, so I could say, oh, I got to go, see, Jonathan's calling me, and it would get you out of a meeting. So it's a great way to...
That's a great tip.
I know, it's a great app. I should download that again.
See, it wouldn't work for me because I'd be like, nobody calls you but telemarketers.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh, I'm going to have to take this. But
yeah.
Oh, that is a fun thing.
No, the only time I really have felt unsafe in the mayor's office, you know, I had one guy just kind of blow past. We didn't have security. We used to not have security and not have it locked. And he was really high on meth, and he just flew past my receptionist, and he just stormed in my office, and he came right up to my desk. He started poking his finger in my chest, and he was screaming at me, and I managed to de-escalate him, and after that I called the chief, and I'm like, all right, we got to get some better security protocols in here, because this could have ended very, very poorly.
Did you have a talking to with your assistant?
Well,
for not attacking him?
She blew past her like a, you know, frickin' lightning bolt, and so she was like, oh, sir. Like, oh, he ain't listening.
Oh, what is she gonna do? You know, like, yeah.
He's hot. He wants an audience with the mayor, so.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that's good that you've only had, like, one.
Well, I've had the security set up there now for 6 years.
Because I asked him if that was new, because I don't go to City Hall that often, but I didn't remember there being somebody there. Yeah. And I personally think it's a good thing. Like,
in today's world, people, you know, people get shot in Minnesota, legislators get shot, and so just, it's unfortunate that you have to have that, but it is the reality of our time. So,
one grind, that's pretty good. I was going to do a U-turn, but I shouldn't do anything too illegal.
U-turns are illegal here in the middle of the street.
Can I back up here and pretend like I'm going to do it?
You can do that.
Let me show you where reverse is. It's like on a Porsche.
It's like on a Porsche?
You push down, over, and back.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Did you know that?
It probably took a little finagling to figure out this stick, though, and where everything is.
Well, it was my first car that I had. So I learned to drive in a Volkswagen, and it was scary. But if I wanted to go anywhere, I had to do it. So survival of the fittest. So
all the gears are in the same spot your original VW was?
Yep. Oh, okay. It's the same year, same everything. Oh, that's a pothole. So everything's the same. So
how fitting. We end by parking it right in a pothole.
Right in a pothole. Oh. Well, Paul, thank you so much for your friendship and doing it.
This was fun, man.
It was good. I'm glad we connected, and like I said, it's good to to get to know you over the years. I probably won't see you as often because you'll probably hang back a little bit.
I won't be at as many of the auctions and things, you know, kind of to land the plane on this interview as well. What you do when you're the ex-mayor, you know, now the job's ending, you kind of go into hiding a little bit because it's now the new mayor's time. It's they need to be at the events, and it's about, you know, kind of their leadership, and so you don't really know where your place is as the ex. You kind of just go, you know, I'm not going to show up at this if they're going to be there, and so you want to give them their space and respect that it's their time to lead the community.
Yeah.
So I won't be at many of the rubber chicken events, the rubber chicken dinners and things, but I'm not going anywhere. My family and I will still be living in Sioux Falls, and we love this city.
Well, if I ever need an extra bid spotter or something,
yeah, dude,
then I'll call you up and I'll be like, yep, see, you got it. And then you don't have to worry about speeches. You don't have to worry about anything. You can work with Elliot, and he can train you to do it the way it needs to be done. But yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys. We'll see you on the next episode. It's been fun. Take care.